Good afternoon, guys. Today is January 22nd, and I was working on this journal, and I just sewed the two signatures in, and I'm going to start the embellishment process, so I figured let me record that session. I don't have anything planned. I never plan my books. I just do whatever comes naturally to me. You know, if I feel like sewing, I sew. This is a napkin. I took a piece of paper bag. I ripped it on the sides. I ripped it here, and then glued the inside with tape, double-sided tape. And I think I'm gonna put that there. So let's go ahead and do that. I may leave this back side open so that there's a tuck spot. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue the actual square. And again, none of this is planned. It takes me about 2 days to complete a journal, and this is made of an envelope measuring I think 10 by 13. So the size of this journal is let's see, let me get my ruler. Oh, here it is. It's about 9, I want to say by 5.5. Yep, by 5.5. So I enjoy making the larger journals. And then this, we got to make sure that we can bend that there. All right, let's see if that. See, so now we have a pocket back here, pretty long, pretty big, and then we have another one in here. Okay. All right, so let's move on. As you can see, I sewed this oh my goodness, the insert and the paper line that I've been using, and it's a mix. It's this one. This one's Recollection. It was a Hot Buy at Michael's, and it's a flea market pig pad. All right, and I have some hem pages. This is from a gospel book. I added some lace trim along with the paper dolls by Tim Holtz. A doily. This is a glycine bag, and I stamped it with the hearts. Put a little dog there. And then this washi tape I made. Stamped it with a butterfly there, and this is grid paper. Okay, before we get any further, I like these strings, but sometimes they're a little too long. I also used Mod Podge on this cover and on this cover. Oh, and this is the cover of the journal. I sewed it all the way around, and I used my blue distress paint. Oh, there it is. I got to remember that this is correct. The distress paint, I used it around the edges, and this is a printout from Pinterest. This is from the paper line, the market, flea market. And this is from the same paper line, flea market. This is a washi tape I created, and then some books down the line. And then I'm going to put a Tim Holtz a hitch post with a seam binding. And also I left a pocket here just for storage. Isn't this paper beautiful? It's damask. Okay. It's pretty thick and I haven't done anything to it. This is going to go in my Etsy store. Let's see what else we can do. You know, when I don't plan it and I am on camera, I kind of freeze up. I don't know why. But I'm going to try not to think about it and just get going. These things I printed out from Pinterest and then I stamped them. It says homemade with love, and then this one I haven't done anything to it. These butterflies are from Pinterest as well. I darkened the background and I'm going to cut them out. And then I have this. It says buttons 10 cents. And I was thinking about putting it like this. And this says Merrick Thread Company. Carty de Boutons. Ask for Merrick's thread. Okay. And then I have these two lovely ladies. I put that together. There were two separate pictures. And then this picture, because they're vintage. And then I printed out this check, and it came out like that, and I thought it was okay. So I'm going to use it. I'm not throwing it away. Alright. Here we go. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that like that. Actually, let me put the other envelope. This same envelope. I made two of them. I think this tissue is so beautiful. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to just add the glue on the edges. This way we have a pocket, two pockets. And this is going to be in my Etsy store. Let me go ahead. The other one I put right above here. I think I want to bring that down, so I got to think about the hitch post too. Bends right there. I may have not put enough glue. I hope that's straight. I don't want to get my head in the way there. Let me just use this. This is just covered. I think that grabbed. Oh, also I have to remember that there's a pocket here, so when I do my seam binding I have to do it just through this first layer, not through the second. So I have to remember that, otherwise I'm going to cut off the pocket. And then we'll have 2 pockets. Maybe I'll do that just for sturdiness and have 2 pockets. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. This I sewed on. Oh. I guess I sewed it all the way on. So that's a unintentional pocket or a tuck spot right there. Because I sewed it, I guess, this is a pocket, so I must have sewn it on here. Oh Lord. Okay, let's move on. See that? That was supposed to be an envelope. I found this on Pinterest. But I decided to just make it a journaling page. And then that's the first half. The other half is right here. It's a little blurry, but it'll do. Tuck here with some washi tape that I created. And I'll show you how I did that. This is the center of the envelope. I don't mind that the strings are showing. I like that. I stamped, did some stamping. This is going to be a book for journaling. This is a tuck spot here. I corky dyed these papers. Another tuck spot here. That is some washi tape. That's the other side of it with some grid paper. Another pocket here. And a tuck spot right here. Sometimes I don't like the way this looks. I mean, it's not going to come out because what I do is once I sew it on, I use glue. I use this glue, this Aleene's clear tacky glue, and then I also use my double-sided tape so that it stays completely down and it reinforces the holes. But I don't like the way that looks, so I may put something over that. I don't know. I mean, it is a junk journal, so it's okay if it's a little junky. I just like for it to look nice. Alright, so this is a glycine bag. I stamped that. I did more to this than I actually thought before I sewed it in. Normally I don't work on the pages before I sew them on. But this one seems to be almost done. Honeycomb there. I think I want to use this as this is a tape measure from that same paper collection. Market 45, but I'm going to go ahead and do a belly band here with this. So I'm gonna do a flat belly band. Just like that. What I do is I use glue on both sides when it's a flat belly band like that. Okay. And I let that dry. could also use these tickets as a belly band coming across, which I like. But we are going to go ahead and use this one. Yep. And then I will just, let's see where I need to cut it. Like in between the V. Guesstimating. I'm just gluing the ends. Whoop. Right there. All right, so we'll let that dry. Okay. Where else can we put something? Let me go to the, let's see, this is the first one. So we can use this picture as a tuck spot. That's a beautiful picture. Let's see the front here. Yeah, let's do that. Or maybe as a tuck spot here. In between, so that we don't hide the corners. And because the picture's big, I'm going to go ahead and use some double-sided tape. Just across one side. Go ahead and ink this up. I'm using oxide, Distress Oxide. Side there. Okay. Should I do? Yeah, I'll do it on this one, on the inside. So let's go ahead and leave some brown right there. And then this will be a tuck spot, like that. And then on this side, we can actually, no, I don't like that. I want to put this one down. I just love this page. But I don't know where to put it. I do not. I don't want to cover this. Where can I put it? see if I can find a plain page. Maybe this one with the Harlequin. And I'll just let it stick out like that. Let's see how much that'll stick out if I do it like that. I'll have to cut it down some more. I'm using these Fiskars scissors, decorative scissors. Now I lost my spot again. Well, that's pretty plain. Let's do that. Right there. It's perfect. Okay, now for this, because this paper is, let me see, let me feel this. This looks like it's 67 pounds. I'm going to use, what am I going to use there? I don't want the paper to bubble up. So I think I'm going to use the Aleene's Tacky Glue. Yeah, this cardstock is pretty heavy, so. Always making sure that the edges get enough glue. Okay. Okay. I downloaded this off of Pinterest. Isn't that just beautiful? Okay, moving on. So that signature got that. That means that I have to then go to, I try to keep the signatures pretty even with the ephemera. So here, I'm going to put this one as a tuck spot. Maybe I'll move it up and add some, I don't want to hide that. Maybe I'll go ahead and do 2 tickets like that. Or I could do it like this and make it a tuck spot on that side with the tickets. but I don't want to cover those words. Let's see, it's like right on the edge. Kind of like that. Okay. I'm going to use tape on this edge. And then I'll just glue the ticket on top. So let's see where it's going to be. So that's going to be like this. I can actually really go like that. Right there. So that'll be a nice tuck spot. And then these tickets will get some glue. Right there. Okay, so now we have a nice tuck spot without taking away from the tag. All right, what's next? I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the one of the corners. Glue. I'm gonna need 2 of them, so let me I'll do this one. Just right there. But I'm gonna use this thin tape. It's a 1/4 inch. I'm almost out of it. I've been looking for it. I can't find it. I normally buy it at Joann's, but it's that generic Mr. What is it, Mr. Oh, Mr. Sparkles. That's the name of the brand. And I did it like that so that, excuse me, so that I can have a tuck spot in the back. Now you can journal in here, cover it up. And you have a tuck spot here, like that. We can do that, and then just cut these ends. Just oh, maybe we can, nah. Just so that it's not so plain. I'll bring it all the way up to the top. Yep. Let's go ahead and glue that down. Really can't think about it. You just got to add the stuff. If it color coordinates and it looks good to you, just glue it down. I cut it here. And just a little nip there. And then you take your blending tool excuse me. Just, that could be a nice tuck spot. Excuse me. Okay, that's done. What else do we have to do? A lot of pages for journaling. This is really thick. There's cardstock there. Another tuck spot here. All right, we have this one. I wanted to leave it as a journaling spot. Let's go to the first signature. What about right there, since this says XO when it has hearts? We'll go ahead. I didn't want to lose this, but I guess I'm going to have to for journaling purposes. Let me see, can I add a pocket? Maybe I could add a pocket with this. Something like that. Instead of losing it, I could just add a pocket. Let's do that instead. So about there. Yep. I'm going to use this 1/4 inch tape again. Let's see what side I have that on. This is the bottom, so it goes across here. Okay, so let's put this down, and this way we don't lose that pretty back. Let me just put some of this glue stick that helps to give me time so that I can place it and position it without really sticking down until I'm ready. So let's see, all the way on the corner, right there, and then this. Let's go ahead and push that one out. And there we have it. It served its purpose. Why throw it away? And we still have another piece here. This one I could use as a tuck spot anywhere. So let's go ahead and use that. We can use that as a top tuck with some washi. So I'll show you. I printed this out, and then I added tape in the back, and then all you do is rip it towards you, and this is vellum, and now you have washi tape. Let me see, like that. Yeah, it rips fairly easy. And it's pretty thick. So this is what I do, just to ensure that I position it correctly. And then I turn my book and just add it. And now it's a tuck spot. And then I think I want to fussy cut this one out. You let your scissors do the work for you. And then I just want to put something down here because it's so plain. Okay. Moving on. We're almost done with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add the rest of the washi tape. Why don't we just add it to this page? You can scale it. like that. Actually, it has to go. I look to see how the words are going. I mean, not that it's going to make a difference, but I just, this is pretty sticky stuff. I just like the way it looks. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and try to do this on camera. I wasn't going to do it on camera, but I'm going to do it on camera. I'm going to be adventurous and put the Tim Holtz, let me get it. All right, I am back. The hitch posts, I selected the metal one. Maybe I should use the gold one. Nah. Go ahead and we're going to use my Crop-A-Dile. And let's use the silver eyelets. Yeah. And I eyeball everything, so let's see here. Let me do the back first because it is going to be a pocket. I think I'm going to just have it be a 2 pockets like that. Because the hitch post, I mean the eyelet needs something to grab onto. So we're going to use the, let's see where it says it here. Oh, right here, 1/8 of an inch on this side and 3/16 on this side. So to unlock that, you push that down like that. This, you see that? It pushes inward. This one. It opens, and then we're going to use this top portion, not this nozzle here. So I see that my tape is about to there. That's exactly where I'm going to put the eyelid. And this in the back is going to be then 2 pockets. And then now this here, this tooth here, it says base here. So that means that this tooth has to be on top. So I have to turn this around to make sure that that is on top before I squeeze. Sometimes you gotta squeeze slowly. There. And then I will put some either seam binding or a hair tie will go in there. And we didn't lose our pockets. And then the hitch post, we're going to do the same. 3/16. So we're going to, let me see where my it's right here. So I would say about here. Maybe even in the center of this here. So we're going to put the bottom piece, more thumbs. bottom piece there, and this just gets screwed on. And I always try and hold the bottom screw. I hold it with my fingers. And so, see, we didn't lose my pocket. I have a pocket there. And this one here. Perfect. Alright, I don't need this one. This eyelet. Let me put this back. Okay. Now we could use two things. I have all of these ties. And I can see that we can use maybe a gray one to go with the hitch post, or a black one. I think I'm going to do the gray. So hopefully it's not too thick. If it is, you just turn it until it goes through. Alright, and then we're going to put it through like this. This one's still tight because it's brand new, but once it starts to get you some use, you don't even have to tighten it. Just make sure that you're not pulling the envelope too hard. Just give it enough room so that it can stretch over time. And then that goes there. Look at that. And that'll stretch over time. Okay. So I'm not completely done with the book. I may add a couple more things, but for now it is done. I think it's a beautiful antique book for someone. It will be listed in my Etsy page, in my Etsy shop, and like this video, please. You help me with clicking that like button, and also comment and subscribe so that you don't miss the next video. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Take care.